Alrighty guys, we're back for some Gruul Defiler, and this is a Dominaria United Standard Brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? Well, this one's based around Defiler of Vigor. Now, this is a 5 mana 6/6 with Trample. As an additional cost to cast green permanent spells, you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost 1 green less to cast if you paid life this way. This effect reduces only the amount of green mana you pay. Whenever you cast a green permanent spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So that is a pretty stacked ability, guys, and we're going to hope to go wide with this deck, or at least a little bit wide, and then just start slamming counters onto everything and then close out the game that way. That's the plan, at least. Now, I thought about turning this into a modified deck, which we'll go over some honorable mentions in a second, but I decided not to go for the whole modified theme and instead really focus on the beatdown side of things. So what else do we got in here, guys? We got 3 tail swipes. This is pretty important removal. The last time I played with tail swipe, literally every game we were sweating and saying that we needed to draw the tail swipe. And so I think it's going to be pretty important here too. It's a 1 mana instant speed. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you cast this spell during your main phase, the creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then those creatures fight each other. So yeah, pretty solid removal. We have 4 Gala Greeters in here. This card is just ridiculous, and it's going to be perfect in here. Being able to ramp off of it by generating those treasures is probably what you're going to do the most at the beginning of the game, but then after a while, you're probably going to start plugging those +1/+1 counters. Sometimes you're going to need to gain that 2 life if you're up against like an aggro deck, but also if you're using the Defiler's ability and you're paying 2 life, then it might be worth gaining the 2 life off of the Greeters too. If you ever get a couple of these down, it's just really, really good. Got 4 Llanowar Loamspeakers, a 2 mana 1/3. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Or there's a bottom ability here, and I feel like it's overlooked. And it's actually, we've closed out games with this bottom ability on video before. So tap it, target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. It's still a land, activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, don't underestimate that. It's actually pretty decent. We got a single Prizefight here. This is a 2 mana instant speed. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Create a treasure token, and that little bit of extra ramp could go a long way. Got a couple black market Tycoons here for red and a green. It's a 2/2. At the beginning of your upkeep, Black Market Tycoon deals 2 damage to you for each treasure you control, and you can tap it to create a treasure token. So, pretty good potential ramp off of this card. I think it's going to be worth a couple, and I don't think we're going to want more than that, but maybe another great reason to gain 2 life off of Gala Greeters, huh? So in our 3-drop spots, guys, we got a couple Briarbridge Trackers, a 3 mana 2/3, and as long as you control a token, Briarbridge Tracker gets +2/+0. So it's essentially a 4/3 when you want it to be. It also has Vigilance, which the last time I played with Tracker, I kind of, like, that's one of the main reasons to play Tracker. A 3 mana 4/3 with Vigilance gets around the whole Wandering Emperor nonsense, which happens to be everywhere right now. Also, just the Investigate happens to be pretty good too whenever you're looking for more creatures to play off the top. So using that clue token, we're probably going to do it a lot more than you'd expect. Now, this also pairs pretty well with Jinnie here. Now, this is a 3 mana 3/3. If you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. And there's just like a lot of ways to make tokens in this deck, huh? And Jinnie is going to help us go wide for the Defiler, which is going to be pretty solid too. So obviously you could turn the clue into like a cat, or the treasure from the black market Tycoon into a dog. You know, it's pretty sweet. It's a good card. I think it's going to be awesome in here. We got 4 Jewel Thieves for more ramp, and it's just a really good card. Yeah, speaking of Vigilance getting around, Wandering Emperor Jewel Thief has Vigilance and Trample for some reason. This is a stacked common, guys. A 3 mana, 3/3, Vigilance, Trample. When it enters, create a treasure token. So nice. So we got 4 Augur of Autumns here. This is a 3 mana, 2/3. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands from the top of your library. That's already pretty decent, honestly. Then it has a Coven ability here. As long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. So that's pretty powerful, guys, especially if we have the Defiler out there as well, and maybe a bunch of our ramp from our treasure tokens and stuff, and we can just start slamming things onto the board and buffing our board state. So yeah, pretty sweet card. In our 4-drop spot, we got 3 Hallandals because it is ridiculously powerful, and it needs to be removed or it's going to run away with the game for sure. Also doing things like going turn 4 Hallandal or turn 3, honestly, if we're ramping into it. But either way, the next turn drop like a Defiler and give it haste off of the Hallandal. That's pretty gross. So got a single Arlinn in here to help us go wide with some wolves. You know, give those wolves counters whenever you play a green permanent with Defiler. And then Arlinn just happens to be pretty good. You know, it's going to be nighttime sometimes, which that'll help you ramp, or you can just make it a 5/5 werewolf with trample, indestructible, and haste, which can help you close up games too. I feel like the +1 on the Pax Hope is actually pretty good too, because that can have all of your creatures enter with those counters as well, which I also think pairs well with the Defiler too. So, I mean, yeah, I think Arlinn's going to be a good choice. Definitely worth the one of. We'll see though, huh? On the very top end of the build, guys, Tovolar's Huntmaster, a 6 mana, 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Nice. That's got the daybound, nightbound nonsense here. So when it's nighttime, it becomes Tovolar's Pack Leader, a 7/7. And when it enters the battlefield or attacks, create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Yeah, helping us go wide and then buff it with the Defiler. It sounds nasty. Also has another ability tacked on here for some reason for 2 and double green. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control, so that might come in handy. It's definitely worth going over, I'd say. Mana base, guys, we got a Who Endures, a Crucible of Defiance, and like all the dual land. Look, we're even running the Rugged Highlands in here because I don't think it's going to slow us down. I also think the life gain on the Highlands is pretty good. So yeah, nice. The Rockfall Vale, and of course our Pain lands as well. Honorable mentions, guys. Let's go over them real quick. Kami's Flare. There's plenty of ways to get modified creatures in here. It might be worth considering. I think the removal that I chose for the deck is going to be a little bit better here, and you know, this is just another card that's not a permanent, so it doesn't work with Defiler. It's not a creature or a land, so it doesn't work with Augur of Autumn either. So speaking of Augur of Autumn, yeah, Jugan Defends the Temple and Unnatural Growth and Stimulus Package could all be pretty cool enchantments, but you can't cast it off the Augur, and that might honestly slow us down enough in some matches. So no Jugan, no Stimulus Package, and no Unnatural Growth this time. Honestly, like 1 Unnatural Growth might be worth it, but we'll talk more about it in the final thoughts maybe. Ulvenwald Oddity is ridiculously powerful, but since we're going Gruul and not mono green this time, I thought it would be more fun to try out some Gruul colored 4-drops, right? So Kodama of the West Tree, probably the best of the honorable mentions and the one that we really want to consider for this deck, because modified creatures you control have trample. And if you're modifying all of your creatures with Defiler, then they all get trample. And then when you swing in, you just get a bunch of land out of the deck too, which means you're probably hitting more creatures with your Augur of Autumn. What would I drop for Kodama? Probably the Briarbridge Trackers, but I am running into so much Wandering Emperor, like so many decks our running Wandering Emperor, probably like every other one we're going to run into today. Unless we're just going to see mono blue today. Oh no, I hope not. Anyways, I think that the vigilance on the tracker, it might be a little better than comboing off with Kodama and Defiler, so we'll see. Definitely something to think about though. Alrighty guys, hopefully I went over the deck well enough. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. Alright, right into the first match here. Awesome. The last video, it actually took 20 seconds to find the first match, which was pretty surprising. Usually doesn't take that long. Oh my. Alright, I guess we'll mulligan. Darn it. That's why we're rocking all those dual lands, huh? There we go, that's much better. Much, much better. Alright, do we ditch Hallandale? Or I guess a Llanowar Loamspeaker, since we have two of them. That's fine. Like, this is a fine hand. Actually, the Black Market Tycoon might have been the card to send. Get that down so we can actually play a card next turn. Haunted Ridge. Okay. Gala Greeters. Nope. I'm going to go Loamspeaker here. Because this either makes them remove it right away, or we get that ramp into the Jewel Thief without needing to find that third mana. Gala Greeters would have been good too, though. But it also gets hit by, like, Play with Fire and such, so. Bloodcaster, hi. Ooh, we can go right into Hallandale here. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'd say that's worth it, even though Cutdown does hit Hallandale. And it doesn't, like, it does buff the Loamspeaker, but it doesn't necessarily, like, change the board state too much, so maybe the Jewel Thief would have been better. Okay, Defiler, nice. Let's go, let's get this Jewel Thief down. We're gonna give it haste. And that's going to be potentially 5 mana for the Defiler next turn. We still have 2 mana now, too. But I was thinking about swinging with the Loamspeaker. See, the first strike's pretty good, too. But I'm still going to save Hallandale back. Block the Goblin, maybe. I like the swing over playing these because we can play them after Defiler's on the board. Oh, also, yeah, Vigilance on Jewel Thief can block that too, but at some point I expect removal from the opponent. Oh, they're definitely searching for it too. Ooh, ditching the second Fable. Ooh, that probably means they have a third Fable in hand. Cut down for the Hallandale. Yep, makes sense. No haste for Defiler next turn, unfortunately. That would have been gross. I already like how the deck's playing out here. Opponent's deck is probably packed with removal, which does suck a little bit, right? Infernal Grasp on the Jewel Thief, all that nonsense. But, like, I really like the whole, I don't know, the gruel feeling, I guess. So I'm going to take the 2 here because they were looking at that Jewel Thief funny. They were looking at that Jewel Thief like, perfect, I'm going to drop that Lightning Strike. I know they get a little ramp here, but a 5/5 Vigilance Trample's probably better to keep on the board than whatever they were able to ramp with. Okay, I guess we get Defiler down, but we can start by swinging with Jewel Thief and see if they double block. Because that might end up changing what we do. We have exactly 5 mana, so... Oh, there's 25 land in the deck, by the way. No, 24. Or there should be 24. Okay. So, yeah. They do end up double blocking here. I guess that's fine. We do get 2 damage through, that's good news. They get a couple blood tokens. And I guess we get the Defiler down. feel like that's going to be pretty hard for a deck like that to handle unless they find like their Infernal Grasp or something, you know? They have a cut down. I'm assuming they have some red burn spells as well, so this looks like a Voltage Surge style of deck too. The Voltage Surge deals 4, so we got to be a little bit careful. Or can deal 4. Oh yeah, it's definitely a Voltage Surge style deck. Oh, Oni Cult Anvil. We're gonna want to close out this game as soon as possible here. Yeah, we could go up to 25 land, but I don't think we want to. We have enough ramp in here, and there's going to be plenty of games where we end up flooding out if we end up going up to 25. Overall, though, 25 isn't that many, so... Right, so they can also... Okay, they got their 1/1 construct already that turn, so... We have 4 mana available here, guys. 4 mana. Or we can take a bunch of life, go wide, and then get a nice full swing going. Mana off the top would have been good because the Huntmaster would have been perfect. I think we start with the Gala Greeters, and we're going to pay life for these. Buff everything. We're going to try to get the Defiler to the point where... Gala Greeters. Pay 2. And we could go Treasure Token for this first one here. And then we have the Black Market Tycoon as well. And we're probably going to swing with the Loamspeaker. So let's pay the 2. It could be scary, but getting all this down and buffing a wide board state is pretty gross. So let's go counter. Let's go counter. Well, Treasure Token. That's fine. Oh, you know what we should be afraid of? Like a burn down the house, probably. See where they block here. Because they're at 10, guys. And the Defiler has trample. So let's see where they block. They gotta chump that Loamspeaker. So they're taking 7? I guess they want to copy the Harvester with Reflection. Oh, they had the Oni Cult to gain 1 too. I gotta be careful with that. That's right. Yeah, if they chump with an artifact, they can do that. So that's a good example of where like Kodama giving this trample would be insane, and that's why it was worth it in the honorable mentions. Okay, copy Blood Tithe Harvester. They can sacrifice the copy to take out our Loamspeaker. They can't hit the Defiler yet unless they... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, -10, -10. Oh, man. Wow. GG. That was sick. I mean, it's not over yet, but that's actually insane. We have enough mana next turn if we tap down the Black Market Tycoon to get the Huntmaster down. This is anyone's game, guys. This is anyone's game. We got to take care of this Reflection. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking they were only going to be able to do 8 or -8, -8, but yeah, they got that extra blood token whenever it entered from the Reflection there. Ah, that combo, guys. Huntmaster's pretty good. We could gain some life here. I think we're going to force some blocks again, though. Get some counters on here. Oh, we get the 2 wolves as well, so let's do this. Augur of Autumn's pretty good too, but we got to be careful because we took a lot of damage. Let's get these counters. Let's get the life back. Oh, Treasure Token. Get the life back. Treasure Token. Okay. So they block here and they chump here. So they might take the 3 because they like having the Harvester there to copy with Reflection. I do think we full swing here. I don't think we can afford letting off. Like, yeah, see, they're going to take the 3 because they want the copy with the Harvester. We might be wide enough finally, though, so it depends what's going to be in their hand. Both of us operating at 3 mana. How cool is that, guys? That's pretty sick. So Oni Cult, like a second Oni Cult would probably be enough for them. Okay, another Harvester. Is that all 4? That is 3. That is 3 so far. I thought maybe all 4, but that was just like them copying it. So copy, take out the Huntmaster for sure. They have another Harvester here. What else do they want to hit, guys? They have extra treasure tokens. Autumn? Augur of Autumn might be enough. Yeah, the opponent's still in this probably, right? I'm looking at that Oni Cult, really, because they're going to get a 1-1 from that, too. So if they had, like, a cut down in hand, like, they could really reduce this wide board state and still have enough to block. I don't blame the opponent for thinking one bit here. This is a sticky situation, to say the least. I wonder if there's a more efficient way for me to play around this. I do know one thing. This is going to be another game where if we would have seen Tail Swipe, this probably would have been over already. We would have been able to take out the reflection, which is really funny. That's exactly what happened the last time we played Tail Swipe. Right. They want to hit Huntmaster and they want to take out the giant Gala Greeters. And then they still have 2 blockers and they're at 3. And then take out the Gala Greeters. They still have 2 blockers. They're at 3. They need something else, I guess. Yeah, I guess the big thing there was dropping a land and having a cut down available. So let's see if the land actually hits then. I'm going to just resolve this and take the damage. We're going to start with the Augur of Autumn to buff the Gala Greeters. Another Gala Greeters chillin'. Can I not play this? Oh, we don't have 3 different powers. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. Right. Let's see where they end up blocking here. They don't have the Oni Cult. And actually, they don't have any mana. Yeah, GG opponent. Nice. Nice. We didn't have to play the Augur, but I guess playing it out was worth it. Just in case. I don't know. Yeah, just in case I missed something, I guess. Very cool first game. Both of us just chilling at 3 mana. That was pretty cool. Well, that last turn there, I got the 4th mana, but yeah. Yeah, the Augur of Autumn has that Coven ability, and we didn't have the 3 different creatures with different powers on that particular board state there, so I think that really could have gone either way. Maybe if they saw more mana, they would have been able to have like more removal available on their turns. The crazy scenarios, we've been seeing it a lot recently where they're locking down board states with Reflection and the Blood Tithe Harvester, and I don't know why we're seeing it more recently than in the past. Maybe I'm just not playing enough removal in my builds, huh? Good hand. We're going to keep this. No mulligan required this time round. Okay, I think I'm going to start with Forest and see what we draw. Highland Delver, sure. Alright, is it Loamspeaker? Man, I hope I put 24 land in here. Now I'm questioning it. So the big difference between which 2-drop we want to get onto the board there, it really... Oh, they flip it right away. It really matters because the next one isn't going to hit the board. That's kind of how we have to play these out. Augur of Autumn is sweet, but I really doubt it lands. Let's attempt the second Loamspeaker, and we're going to attempt this before combat. Well, let's go swing first and see if they just bounce the first Loamspeaker, which I really doubt it. Could also make a land and have that swing in too, but... Alright, let's see. Keeping 1 mana open while playing a 2-drop doesn't do much. It doesn't stop like a Make Disappear or anything, for example, so... Yeah, you need the 2 mana open for a Make Disappear. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage from this right out the gates here, and we're not seeing mana, surprisingly. Which one don't I care about? Guess we'll start with a swing again and see what they end up doing. They also have the Consider available this turn too. Yeah, we're gonna probably try Gala Greeters, but we have to just anticipate another counterspell for sure. And we could still attempt the Augur. I really want Augur of Autumn to hit the board though, since we're struggling for mana in these last couple games. I think being able to play it off the top would be huge for us. Much as I want it to land, I'm still gonna try just one of my 2-drops instead. And it's gonna be Black Market Tycoon this time. We're taking a damage. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's okay. See if it lands. I'd rather the Gala Greeters hit the board when it comes time, because we could gain a bunch of life back from that. Okay, Black Market Tycoon. So I wonder if they let it go and they have the counterspell for it, but they want to save the counterspell for something else. Ooh, second Delver. Okay, this could be over before we know it. Okay, we got that third mana. That can be huge for us, guys. Right, so we're going to go activate ability. We don't want to take too much damage from the Black Market Tycoon. And so we're probably going to use the treasure this turn. I'm going to save the Loamspeaker, because 2 mana available for the make disappear cost then. But then again, they could sacrifice their Delver and go for the oh, Essence Scatter. Oh man. Oh man, yeah, having the 2 mana available for another make disappear was definitely worth it though. Let's go ahead and get Gala Greeters down, and now maybe we can start gaining some life back. If they flip this second Delver, then it's really not looking great. Ah, Fading Hope. Yep. Hey, they're running out of cards though, guys. You can see some of our removal here in a second. Okay, good. They don't flip the second Delver, which is big for us, guys. Tail swipe anything. Defiler, huh? Really? What? No. Opponent. You just gave it to me, opponent. I didn't even draw. I don't... Look, I guess 4 cards in the deck, that is removal. It isn't much, but, you know, you really, in a deck like this, you want to focus on just those big... Getting big creatures down. Don't worry too much about removal. Kind of force your opponent to just block with their cards type of deck, you know? And in some cases, though, like, especially here, we really needed to see removal for the Delver of Secrets here, and of course the insect form, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know what the opponent conceded for, unless that's like 2 land in their hand. Even then, we didn't have much to deal with this. So we had ramp on Tycoon, so we did have 5 mana if we wanted to go Defiler here, but it would have been pretty risky to do that. It probably would have been a safer bet to go for Gala Greeters and then attempt the Halana. Did we even have it? No, we didn't even have enough mana for that. So, yeah. If only the opponent saw how expensive our hand actually was there, huh? I'll take the victory, though. I mean, I'll definitely take it, huh? Hop right into the next one, and I'm going to have to double check how much land we have in here, guys. 24 should definitely be enough. We have a ton of ramp. A ton of ramp packed in here. All right, opponent, what you bringing to the table, buddy? Looks like Rakdos. That's going to be my guess. I have been seeing a bit more Rakdos recently. 3 mana. Pretty slow. We go first. Okay, let's give this a shot. This is like... Yeah, this is one of those hands that I don't think we want to pass up on necessarily. Okay, let's just get the second forest down. Leave them guessing. Is it gonna be Rakdos? Looks like it. Could be Mardu too. That's a combination we've been seeing a lot of. Okay, ramp on Jewel Thief. just in case we draw something big over the Augur. Yeah, let's go Jewel Thief here. I think I like Jewel Thief getting picked up by... Nope, no removal that time. Could be cut down then. Jewel Thief gets around the cut down being a 3/3. That's good news. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, yep. Alright. Loamspeaker. Let's go. So Hallandal's pretty sick here. Start buffing this Jewel Thief. Hallandal gets picked up by the cut down though, as soon as they have it. We could go wide instead. Start with the swing, since we're not doing Hallandal. Second Jewel Thief. I guess one big thing that we want to... Let's go Augur of Autumn and bait out that cut down, and then Hallandal might be safe. So Augur of Autumn's pretty sick. Oh look, we get a forest next turn. If we draw that forest and there's like another land on top, that's where Augur of Autumn begins to get really good, because we play the land on top here and then we get to see even more. Then like we can play Briarbridge Tracker, which will have a power of 4, which unlocks the Coven, which means we can play creatures on the top, and man, that's really cool, huh? But next turn it might just be Hallandal too, which of course helps us unlock the Coven ability on here as well. They got some ramp, but we'll definitely block with the Jewel Thief this time. Like, it's okay if they end up dropping a Voltage Surge or something. It's definitely worth taking out the ramp here and see what happens. Because, like, this... Okay, nice. So let's see if they go Play with Fire or Voltage Surge on the Jewel Thief. Gonna drop that Sheoldred. Okay, let's go ahead and play this land off the top. Oh, Tail Swipe. Hey, finally, huh? Let's go. Gonna get to see some removal this game, guys. So Hallandal is pretty darn good. Let's get the Hallandal down. Buff that Jewel Thief. Swing with that Jewel Thief. They take 5 probably. If they trade with Sheoldred, that's good news for us. Okay. So the Tail Swipe is going to have to take care of the Sheoldred, unfortunately. But yeah, Sheoldred's Death Touch, no matter what, it's going to be a trade. So it's going to be this Jewel Thief, probably. They saved their cut down for the Hallandal. And let us keep the Augur of Autumn last turn. Because they did have the mana available, right? Uh-oh. If they find removal for the big... Uh-oh. So Tail Swipe isn't going to hit Sheoldred now. Oh, that's not good, guys. Just packed full of removal, huh? Oh, is this a Grixis build? They offer a double block, and I'm going to say no. We're going to take the 4. I think seeing the top cards is much, much better. Okay. Take the 2. Defiler of Vigor just chilling on the top there. Pretty sick. We don't have enough mana to cast it. And yeah, we can't Tail Swipe that Sheoldred right now. We can Tail Swipe the Reflection, though. That's fun. Get a good swing, but the Sheoldred's such a target, guys. It really is. Probably end up playing everything, right? 2, 3. Right? Go wide? We might want to be afraid. We might want... Oh, Briarbridge is a 4/3, guys. Tail Swipe does hit the Sheoldred with the Briarbridge here. Okay, that's probably worth it. Let's go for a swing. They have 1 mana available here, so I think it's worth the swing and see what they do. Okay. Not gonna spend it. Let's do this. Tail Swipe. Second main phase. Let's get that Sheoldred out of here. And then we'll get Loamspeaker down. Oh, do we play around? No, yeah, we do. We do. End turn. We play around the Play with Fire. This no. Burn down the house. That's the card I meant to say. Keeping Reflection on the board is pretty scary too, because they could immediately drop like their Blood Tithe Harvester and then copy it. And oh, bringing Sheoldred back. All right, let's go ahead. Get that extra draw in off of the clue here. Get that Defiler into our hand. Black Market Tycoon. Okay, sweet. That's pretty good. I think that, unfortunately though, yeah, Blood Tithe Harvester. Hi. That's not good, guys. That's not good. So Jewel Thief is gonna go bye-bye. Why are we seeing this so often recently, guys? What's happening? Okay. Well, yeah, because we could have taken out the reflection. We could have easily taken out the reflection there. So the Blood Tithe easily takes out the Defiler. So going wide with the other two cards is really bad too. And they got their Sheoldred back in hand. Soul Transfer really coming in handy for the opponent here. Yeah, just missing that mana to get this above the 6/6. Oh wait, what am I saying? Defiler's ability, guys. Woo! Glad I thought about that. Loamspeaker over market is fine. Right? So we get the Defiler to a 7/7, which means now when they copy the Harvester, it can only go down -6, -6, because unless they play another Harvester, in which case, I mean, it's probably going to be the opponent's anyways, you know. But other than that, yeah, this is pretty stacked. Anyone's game, guys. Anyone's game. Another mana, and if this is removal in hand, then I suppose it's going to be the opponent's. As the Defiler, we're really counting on the Defiler here. They're going to save Reflection for blocking this turn, which is an interesting decision because this can only be activated as a sorcery. I suppose they want those blockers, though. Do we want to take more damage and risk it with the Augur? I say, yeah, let's do it. Let's risk it. Down to 6. We don't know what's in the opponent's hand. Play this as our land, huh? A Jinnie Fae. Okay. Jinnie Fae, we need to get... Oh no, we still don't have the Coven ability. Oh, I can power up a land, though. That's pretty funny. Let's do it. Let's power up a land. Let's make it the mountain, right? Get that Jinnie Fae out here. That's awesome, dude. We could pay. Let's pay. We're all in, guys. We're all in right here, right now. Ah, it's a forest. Okay, well, that's okay because now we can just cast this without paying. Yeah, we're all in this turn. We're full swinging to force some blocks because we're in danger, guys. And so they're going to copy Harvester most likely. Have some sweet blocks here, but I would probably go... What would I do? It depends what's in their hand, though. We don't know what's up here. They have 3 mana available. They could go searching. Yeah, they're going to take out the Defiler, but that's taking 5 damage. That has Trample. That has Trample. They're going to keep the Harvester Reflection combo. They go down to 2. Oh, they're going to gain... No, Sheoldred's out of here. Oh my goodness, I'm on the edge of my seat, guys. Hopefully I didn't take too much damage this turn going for it. It was kind of worth it, though. It kind of worked out mana-wise, huh? Jinnie Fae might be able to help us wrap up this game with the Black Market Tycoon combo. Augur of Autumn is just kind of insane when it comes time, huh? Invoke Despair! Oh no! Do I have any enchantments? I don't. Oh no! GG, opponent. GG. Aw, man. Getting him down to 1. That was a really, really close game, guys. I wonder if there was a way for me to play that one out better. Ah, jeez. There might have been something there to get that extra damage through, but that Invoke Despair, I guess I took too much damage on the turn before then, but either way, they were drawing off Invoke Despair too, so that probably could have put a nail in the coffin as well. Guys, we don't have time for another one, but I'm going to play another one anyways. And so with that, I'm going to give the warning of if the game takes too long and it's leaning towards the opponent or something, we're just going to give it to him. Like, it's fine. So I'm putting that warning on here now. But hopefully it's a fast one. Ooh, great hand. Let's go. Probably best hand of the evening, guys, because it's like we actually get some of our 2-drops and our 3-drops in our opener. So I like this. This is good stuff. Probably start with Gala Greeters, depending on what they play. So we can start like getting it buff and everything. Oh, they mulliganed. Opponent, don't you concede, opponent. I got time for this one. One final. Okay, they're playing it out. That's good news. I'm sure you guys have seen it before where the opponents like mulligan once and then they mulligan like down to 1 and then instant concede, you know? Okay, Selesnya, huh? So they're probably rocking tokens? Because I've been seeing less and less enchantments and more resolute reinforcement decks. Yeah, probably resolute reinforcement, so we want to play around that for sure. Jinnie is pretty sick here. Get Jinnie down. And then swing with our 2-2. No, it's going to come in tapped, so maybe I think we grab... We're not swinging with Gala Greeters, we're not attacking into this. So the 3-1 Vigilance gets blocked by the tokens, so I think the cat is better here. It comes out tapped, don't get me wrong. And then we'll go counter to start buffing that. And yeah, we could swing into a reinforcements now that it's a 2-2, but Gala Greeters is so important, guys, that it's better to hold back. High reinforcements. For some reason, I saw like nothing but Selesnya enchantments for a couple weeks, and then now I'm relatively confident that most of the Selesnya builds I'm going up against are token builds instead. Hey, we got Bant over there instead. Nice, nice. Okay, wedding announcement. Sweet. That's pretty dangerous for us. So, second Jinnie Fey, not the greatest, but at least our first one can successfully die, I guess, right? We'll probably get more tokens, buff the greeters before combat here. And we'll get a 2-2 with haste off of the tracker. I think that's fine. I think that's perfectly okay. We'll go ahead and we'll go tapped treasure token, grab a 2-2 haste, which is going to come out tapped. And then we'll buff the greeters. And we'll get another kitty cat with haste that doesn't come out tapped and get that 2 life. Pretty powerful, pretty sick, guys. It's a full swing because, yeah, we have the other Jinnie Fey. Nice. So, wedding announcement definitely gives them more blockers. So this could be a depopulate style deck. Ooh, no double white though. That's great news for us. They got their own Gala Greeters. Look at this board state, guys. We got 3 kitty cats from our Jinnie Fey. That's pretty insane. Probably counter. Oh, they want a little bit of ramp. That makes sense. Probably play stuff before combat to get the Gala Greeters rolling a little bit higher, huh? Depends on where they end up blocking, though. And I think Black Market Tycoon over the Loamspeaker in this particular, since we have the Jinnie Feys rolling, you know? Go counter. And again, if they have something fishy here, we want to get this down. Yeah, Black Market Tycoon. Want to get this down to get the abilities on the Gala Greeter before. Maybe we should be playing around a board wipe. Maybe. I'm gonna go Vigilance Dog this time. Just for fun. I want dogs and cats on the board. A full swing either way. They have 2 mana open, so it could be like simple Fateful Absence, probably like another reinforcement. Oh, Destroy Evil. Oh, takes care of the Gala Greeters now that it's a 4/4. They get to chump and take 6 here. What the Destroy Evil tells me is either they didn't want to take that extra damage, or they don't have that board wipe. Ligrella, gobble up Jinnie Fae, and they probably don't take anything from their board. So the Tracker would have been a good target too. The Jinnie Fae is pretty scary, as they don't know how many cats we can end up making. Nice. They have 3 mana available here, and everything's going to get a nice little buff. They're in this, guys. Easily in this. Another game where if we just see a tail swipe, it's ridiculous, guys. I don't even know why I try to have less than 4 tail swipes in these builds anymore. It's really funny, actually. Alright. Full Swing is probably still worth it. It's probably still worth it. They're going to take out a lot. They don't know what's in our hand, though, is the thing. They're at 9, and they're kind of going to start running away with this, I'd say. We're not well equipped to deal with too much mid-range power. Like, we are a mid-range deck in and of ourselves, but, like, I'm saying, this is the type of deck that's going to want to gain. They're going to trade. They're going to take out the doggy. They're going to take that. They're going to take 6 damage here. And now we just drop everything on the board again and hope that there's no board wipe. If there is a board wipe, Ligrella saves us a little bit as we get our Jinnie Fae back. So that could be good. They do have 6 total mana available. I'd be shocked if this is a farewell style deck, since they have like Wedding Announcement, and it looks like they care about having a good board state with creatures as well. So the thing about Ligrella and the populate style things, okay, we're going to power up a land and get that full swing in. We don't know what we're swinging into, guys. They have 2 cards in hand. Resolute Reinforcements could easily block some things. Resolute Reinforcements and removal. Wandering Emperor will gain them a couple life. Jewel Thief gets around it, so they want to block the Jewel Thief with Ligrella. Take out the Forest. Up to 5, but they're taking 6, so that last card in their hand needs to be something, and it is nothing. Let's go, guys. All right. Hey, 75% total win rate. That's pretty good, guys. 4 matches in, 47 minutes into the video. I am very satisfied. I said it like right in the first game. The way the deck plays is very, very fun. Right up my alley. If there's a mid-range style build, then this is the style I want to be playing. Here's the deck list again, guys. This is a sweet one. We need more removal, though. Like I said, why do I even try? Playing less than 4 tail swipes, just... we gotta squeeze it in there or something. I don't entirely know what I want to take out. I guess one of the Huntmasters is fine. Having 1 6-drop on the top end is usually enough. I wanted to see Huntmaster today, though, for sure, so having 2 of them was a little better there. So, and we did get to see it, which was awesome. So maybe drop a Huntmaster, go up a tail swipe. It's going to be very important. It's going to work very well with your Gala Greeters buffing itself. It even works well with pretty much everything. We got to see the tail swipe work with Briarbridge Tracker, which of course can take out the Shieldred then, which is pretty powerful overall. When you're buffing your board with the Defiler, then of course the tail swipe is pretty much going to hit everything. Same with Prizefight, which yeah, 4 cards, I get it. It's not enough removal, I guess, but we really we did a thing today, guys. Like, overall, the beatdown side of this deck really did a thing, like forcing blocks to the point where removal didn't matter too much, not as much as it mattered when we played a mono green version of this, which the last time I played mono green, we didn't play Defiler, and so in the comments, it was a suggestion to go ahead and revisit a Defiler style deck. And I went with Gruul, and I think it worked out quite nicely. Hallandal, sweet. Did we see Arlinn today? Don't think we saw Arlinn. Black Market Tycoon was pretty good. I wouldn't go up to 4 of these. It is a 2/2 as well, so it gets gobbled up from cut downs and all that other stuff. Well, a lot of stuff in here gets gobbled up by cut down, but yeah. Actually, I guess the Augur of Autumn, Hallandale, Black Market Tycoon, Loamspeaker get gobbled up by cut down, which is, yeah, that's a lot of cards. Augur of Autumn was freaking sweet, and last time I played Augur of Autumn, I only had 3 of these, actually, and I pulled one out of a pack, or I got one somewhere. It might have been like one of those random rares that you get every now and then from just like playing, you know? And I got the 4th one, and I was like, oh, nice. We can go ahead and try this out then. I think 4 of them is worth it. I do. I think it's just a terrific combo piece with the Defiler of Vigor. So yeah, nice guys. I really enjoyed this one. If you give it a shot, let me know how it goes. Let me know if you end up going up that tail swipe and dropping the Huntmaster too, because I think overall you're gonna be satisfied with the 4 tail swipe. I wouldn't drop the Prizefight. I think that extra little bit of ramp is gonna help you in the games that it's in. So alright, hey, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.